Hello everyone and welcome to Lobajadodaku, and today we have a review of the s.h.figuarts Cowboy Bebop Spike Spiegel. Now there's another box here, but it's not for this figure. It is an extra accessory parts that I bought because it looked really cool, and I will review this later on. But for now, let's focus on this.
Before we continue with the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell icon to always know when the next video is up. There will be more amazing videos and playlists in the description below and in the cards above. And don't forget to check out my Patreon account when you can help support the channel so we can get more action figure reviews at a timely manner. Now let's continue with the video. By the way, if you don't know what Cowboy Bebop is, it's probably because you're a millennial. It is one of the best animes ever made. It is one of the biggest responsibles for the anime bloom in the West that we have right now. It is the definition of cool. It is a masterpiece. Go watch it. It is just the closest anime to perfection you'll ever find. Now let's start that intro.
I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Follow me. I'll cover you.
Now for the review of the figure itself. I gotta say, the box is very simplistic, very small. I do love the artwork. It is very reminiscent of the show. And I gotta say, I have high expectations for this figure because I do love me some Cowboy Bebop. So I've got everything out of the box. First we have our instruction booklet that tells us how to swap the faces. It's basically very much like you do with Figmas. How to swap hands. It tells you warning delicate. So they basically are telling you, yes, these hand pegs are kind of fragile, so be careful. And still they don't give us an extra one like Figma does. Bad s.h.figuarts. Tells us all the hands that we have and how to put the gun in the hands. And that's basically it. We don't really get many accessories outside the gun. There's a black gun that, by the way, considering it's the only accessory that we're getting, could be more detail. It's very simplistic. I really think they could have done better and give us a more detailed gun. Now the face, we get 3 different faces. We have this one, this is kind of a bored face. We get a smiley face. Get this grinding teeth face. And a smoking face. Now I gotta say, I don't feel like the faces are as accurate as like a Figma does, but they're still very good. Especially, I feel like they're weird without the hair, but then with the hair, they will look good. Let me swap one to get a good example. Okay, swapping looks easy enough. Let's put this one. And after you get the face, it looks much better. I still think Figma does a much better job than s.h.figuarts putting great anime faces, but overall it's still very good and accurate. Now the paint job on the hair is very well done. There's a lot of shading all over. The suit paint is also very well done. But I see some defects. I see some small defects. I already had seen that with, for example, the Darling in the Franxx 02, but they don't seem to be very prevalent. Overall, it is well painted. Another one. I'll see if I can clean that up. I don't know if it is coming off well in the camera, but yes, there is a big one there. A big paint defect. That's not good. Not good as s.h.figuarts. Not good, especially considering this is not that cheap at all. But overall, I like the look. It is Spiegel, one of the coolest anime characters ever made. Is he solid? I gotta say, this is a little bit too loose. Again, what the hell is going on with original action figures lately that have been dropping in quality? Now for the hands, we have two fist hands that are on him right now. These two karate style hands for his great Bruce Lee style poses. These hands, I believe, are kind of the same idea as some of the hand movements that he did when fighting. He used this type of poses. We have then two trigger hands and other two trigger hands. I don't know why there's two pairs. One, I have the fingers a little bit more forward, so probably for not having the finger itself on the trigger finger. Let's see, for example, these ones. How this fit. So these ones, the trigger finger enters. It's really weird. Like in the instruction it says that both will hold the gun, but one of them just doesn't seem to make sense to hold a gun with this one. It's also, this finger makes the difference. So this finger is closing in this one that fits. The other one, not really, it's just the finger is here. I need to watch some pictures and maybe I'll understand how it's supposed to fit.
It doesn't bring a lot of stuff, but it brings enough for amazing poses. And speaking of poses, let's talk about his articulation.
And now comes the interesting part. Let your fingers get in there and have a good old rub-a-dub.
So in the hand we have just a ball joint. No ball hinge to ball joint system like Figma does. And I believe the neck should be also in a ball joint, but a little bit more limited because of the color. Here we have a butterfly joint, and then I believe we have a ball joint to ball hinge system like Figma does. You can swivel on top. I like that these parts hide well the articulation. Then we have just a ball hinge on the elbow and a ball hinge on the hand. Here I believe we have ball joint and then another ball joint here. So this one allows you to crunch this far, lean back this far, side to side, rotation. Like I said, this part is a little bit too loose, disappointing there. Then we get two ball joints in the legs, against some defects here. As for a beautiful spread, good kicking forward, good kicking, not really good kicking back, but at least his ass holds up unlike the 0-2 one. Then we have just that circular hinge in the knee. I believe we have also circular hinge in the foot, but it's very well hidden. Allows you to pivot, and then we have a toe bend. So the articulation is very simplistic, but it is very good overall, except for the little bit of looseness in the waist.
let's just jump right into size comparison.
Oh yes.
s.h.figuarts Lupin III, s.h.figuarts 02, Figma Kuzuna AI, Figma Shizu Ayajima, and finally Figma RAM. Well, in the end, this is a very simplistic figure, but that has great articulation, that looks amazing, and is the best representation of Spike Spiegel right now in an action figure. And if you're an anime fan and a Cowboy Bebop fan, this is definitely a figure you want to pick up, so I'm giving it my low budget otaku seal of approval. It's still easy to find on HobbyLink and Hobby Search, and it is better priced definitely than, for example, Dragon Ball action figures from s.h.figuarts, so I think it's still a worthy buy. If you enjoyed the review, don't forget to leave a like. If you are not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell icon to always know when the next video is up. For more info on the figures and more videos to watch, don't forget to check out the description below, the cards above, and in the end of the video, always amazing playlists and amazing videos, amazing content for you to watch. And of course, for amazing action figure photography and cosplay, check out the Instagram. That's it for this video.
See you next time.